In today's video, I'm going to teach you Notion forms, how to build a habit tracker, 5 minutes. By the end, you'll have a clean, automated tracker that creates a fresh entry every day, calculates your progress, and gives you flexible views to check off habits quickly. Open Notion on web or desktop so you can follow along in real time. First, log into your Notion workspace. Once you're in, create a new page where this tracker will live. A dedicated page keeps everything tidy and makes it easy to revisit every day. Inside that page, type/database and choose the inline option. Inline lets the database sit right on the page instead of taking over as its own page, which makes it easier to pair your tracker with notes, reminders, or weekly reviews on the same screen. Give your database a clear name like Habit Tracker. For a cleaner, minimal look, hide the title of the database so the focus stays on the rows you'll check off each day. You can always reveal it later if you prefer more context. Now add a date property. This is the backbone of your tracker. Each row will represent one day, and the date property anchors everything to the correct day. If you want time of day groupings later, feel free to enable time within the date, but keeping it date only works great for most people. Next, create a checkbox property for each habit you want to track. Name them clearly, like exercise, read, or meditate, and consider adding a small emoji to each property name to make scanning faster. Checkboxes are perfect here because they're simple, predictable, and easy to tap on mobile. Add a formula property and name it progress. This formula will summarize how you're doing for the day by counting how many habits you've checked and turning that into a simple score or percentage. You can choose how it displays in the property settings so it's easy to read at a glance. The goal is to see an immediate snapshot of your day's consistency without extra work. To make the daily entry process automatic, click the drop-down arrow next to the New button in the database and choose New Template. Name this template Today or New Day so it's obvious when you're using it. Inside the template, set the date property to today so every time the template runs, it stamps the correct date without you having to touch it. With the template set up, open the 3 dots menu for that template and schedule it to repeat daily at midnight. This ensures a fresh row appears every day, ready for you to check off. You'll wake up to a new entry with today's date and all your habit columns in place. Back in your database, use the table view for your primary daily workflow. It's fast, scannable, and perfect for checkboxes. Reorder columns so date and progress are on the left, with your habits lined up to the right. Hide any properties you don't need to see every day to reduce visual clutter. For a more visual option, add a gallery view and set the card preview to none. This gives you a grid of simple cards that feel like icons. It's great on mobile and can be more motivating if you like an at-a-glance board. Finally, create a grouped table view that clusters entries by time of day using the date property. If you include times on your dates, you'll be able to see your habits organized into sections like morning, afternoon, or evening, which can make batching and routine planning easier. Pair this with a filter for today if you want a focused, single-day workspace. That's it. You now have a polished habit tracker in Notion that creates itself every day, tracks your progress automatically, and adapts to how you like to work. Customize habit names anytime, and keep the setup simple so it's easy to stick with. If you found this helpful, try using the same approach for weekly reviews or goal check ins and enjoy the momentum that comes from seeing those boxes fill up day after day.